Hello, friends. Good afternoon. Once again, thanks for joining me on this episode, the 12th episode on Tea Time with Owen. I greet you all from wherever you are watching this. A very good, warm afternoon from here in Europe. A very good morning to all my friends in North America and Canada. A good afternoon to all my friends in the Middle East and the rest of Europe. And of course, a pleasant evening to my friends in India and beyond. How are you all doing today? How is the situation at your end? I'm excited today to come up with a topic which is quite close to my heart. Our today's topic focuses on the theme of potential. I've received a few messages saying that, Owen, the title of the episode, You're More Than a Peanut. What is it all about? Well, I'll slowly take you there. Today we are going to learn from a peanut. Friends, over the years, I've come to realize that no excuse, I repeat, no excuse can be given to justify the destruction of the seed of potential that our Creator and the Almighty God has placed within each one of us. Yes, potential is placed within you. Now, some of us blame our historical circumstances, our past, whereas others blame on social status. There are still others that transfer the responsibility of their failures and shortcomings and even their frustrations to their lack of formal education, or some even less than the opportunities that they get. So, what am I trying to say here today? Unleashed or unrealized potential or unreleased potential is not only useless, it is dangerous too, both for the person or the thing who failed to release it and for everything that lives with them. Dormant potential is not healthy. Dormant potential is not advantageous. Dormant potential is unsafe. Dormant potential is absolutely ineffective. Friends, you must understand that your valuable deposit of potential was given to you, to enrich the lives of others. So when potential is kept without being used, it self destructs. So as we go into this topic of potential, learning something from a peanut, grab a cup of tea or coffee, take a comfortable seat, relax as we discuss in Tea Time with Owen. So if you are somewhere watching this episode, please interact with me. Go to the chat box, go to the comment, and just say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or just mention a comment so that I know that I am doing this for some people who feel the importance of listening to my voice. I can see my very good friend Winnie. Good morning, Winnie. Good morning to you in New York. So let me just check before I go into deeper details. So if you're on this call, I see Deepika Nanavare. Welcome, Deepika. Thanks for being on the call. Thanks for being on the call. So let's start discussing a little bit deeper on the topic of potential. So stay with me as I take you on a little journey, on a short journey about the importance of potential and what exactly this potential could do probably to our lives. Now, I do not know. When I was growing up as a teenager, there was a very famous comic strip called Peanuts. And I really enjoyed the insights that were humorously mentioned and captured in this particular strip of comics. Now in this age, I believe comics have lost their importance. But when I was growing, it was something that we really looked forward to. Now, here in this peanut character called Charlie Brown, he's been challenged by his parents, by his father, by his mother, by his teachers, by his friends, saying that why doesn't he utilize his potential? And there you can see in this small clip that I have picked up, he screams on top of his voice saying that there is no heavier burden than a great potential. I couldn't agree more with Charlie Brown. But today, we are not going to talk about peanuts, okay, from the comic strip. We are going to talk about the actual peanut that you and I understand. Friends, have you ever considered the peanut at all? Now, I'm sure, unless and until you are allergic from birth, it could be possible. We have had this peanut in some form or the other in our daily diets, or we have used some sort of a product coming out of the peanut. Just for your information, Dr. George Washington, his full name was Dr. George Washington Carver, his work resulted in the creation of more than 300 products from peanuts. 300 products from peanuts. And if at all you go to Google and find out the contribution of this gentleman, you will find out that he never discovered peanut butter. So, needless to say, peanut butter is 301 or 302 of the products that come out from this particular grain or this particular nut. And his contribution greatly impacted the economic improvement of rural South in the US. Now, you may ask me, Owen, 300 products? I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to mention about the 300 products in this particular episode because we'll just run out of time. But having said that, let me mention a few out here. Flour, paste, insulation, paper, wallboard, wood stains, soap, shaving cream, skin lotions, plastics, a variety of foods such as desserts, cakes, confectionery, sweets, snacks, sauces, even lubricants, axle grease, insecticides, glue, gasoline, dozens of medicines, charcoal, and add to it some beverages that come out from peanuts. Then, of course, not to forget a printer's ink and, of course, the writing ink and even rubber for that matter. Wow. Friends, are we not better than a peanut? I don't think that the peanut would complain. After all, it's living its purpose by offering its potential. My question to you at the start of this particular episode is, what about you? What about you? Are we not better than a peanut? Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. Consider the peanut. 300 products, 300 plus products, giving its entire potential to be used magnificently. And of course, I'm not even mentioning the byproducts that come out of it. So, let's get into this topic called potential. As I said, we spoke about the peanut. Now, friends, let me tell you this. Many people make the grave error in thinking that their existing results, their current results, represents their potential. They are absolutely wrong. This, in fact, is one of the most crippling misinterpretations a person can ever make. Your existing results, your current results, your today's results are not a representation of your full potential. They simply represent your current level of awareness of your potential. And soon I will have an episode talking about the 7 levels of awareness. And there you will get an opportunity to place yourself on those 7 levels. And you will be surprised to see that if you're not getting results, it's not because you aren't good. It's simply that you're not aware of your potential. Also, if you choose to study the subject of human potential to any degree, you will soon discover that your potential is infinite. I repeat, your potential is infinite. Now, when your potential is infinite, you may ask, hey, listen, Owen, why am I struggling? You are struggling because you're not aware, and that lack of awareness could come through a limited mindset. While we have unlimited potential, most of us are not able to realize that potential into performance or pull that potential into performing and showing our results because of limited mindsets. We spoke about it in the previous episodes. We talked about obstacles. We talked about self esteem. We talked about fear. We talked about overthinking. So, if you're not getting your results in any form today, and if frustration set in, all you've got to blame is your limited mindset, because all of us are gifted with infinite potential. Thank you, Sanjay, joining me from Indonesia. I hope all things are good there, good on the other side there. So think about it. So just in case if you're not getting results, there is nothing wrong with you. There is something wrong with your mindset. Change your mind, change your thinking, and lo and behold, you will see that you are slowly and steadily tapping on to your potential. You discover your potential. You play with it. You try it. So here you are about potential. So let's try to put some sort of a definition to this potential. Now, potential is many things. It's unexposed ability. It is reserved power. It is untapped strength. It is capped capabilities. It is unused success. It is dormant gifts. It is hidden talents. And it is latent power. Now look at the words on the right in white: ability, power, strength, capabilities, success, gifts, talents. Wow. So, friends, those who are watching me live and those who are listening to me in this episode, challenge yourself today by asking these questions. Challenge yourself by asking these questions. What can you do that you haven't yet done? Where can you go that you haven't yet gone? Who can you be that you haven't yet been? What can you imagine that you haven't yet imagined? How far can you reach that you haven't yet reached? What can you see that you haven't yet seen? What can you accomplish that you haven't yet accomplished? Challenge yourself with questions. Thus, potential, my friend, is the sum of who you are and what you are yet to reveal. It is a deposit that waits to be released and maximized. Let me tell you this: you are capable of much more than you are presently thinking, imagining, doing, or being. That is your potential. Unless you continually try to reach higher, go farther, see over, and grasp something greater than you know, you will never discover your full potential. Now, I can understand there are people who do not know the potential. There are even people who do not know their purpose. So, just in case if that is you, let me offer you my psychometric experience of more than a decade and a half of having assessed more than 3,000 managers across 4 continents, let me help you discover your purpose and let you know about the potential that you carry. So, in short, potential is not what you have done, but what you can do. It is not what is, but what could be. So, whenever you talk about potential, it's not written or it's not tattooed on our backs or on our foreheads. We've got to dig deep within ourselves in order to discover potential. Now, if you discover potential, that isn't enough because you have got to convert that potential into performance. And here I have prepared something fantastic for you, and I believe that you will like it. Charles Oakley once said, potential is like a summer crop. If it don't rain, it don't grow. So we all start knowing that we all have potential because it's a gift. It's a graceful gift that a good, loving, and a perfect God has abundantly given to all human creatures. The fact that if you do not know that you don't have potential, it doesn't mean that you don't have. It's simply about your level of awareness. So we start with potential, and we need to know that this potential is useless until and unless we convert this potential into performance. Now, there lies the gap where majority, in fact, research study says that more than 75% of the human working population are not able to fully realize their potential into performance. So you may ask me, Owen, what could be the possible problem? The possible problem is this yellow rectangle. And even if you want to put it in some sort of a mathematical equation, I would say is that potential minus this yellow rectangle equals performance. So if you just want to be a part of this episode, or if you just want to contribute, go ahead and just fill in this yellow rectangle. What could it be that stops us from performing when we know that we have potential? So it's basically something that takes away from our potential, thus not allowing us to perform according to potential. So just to utilize the time, this particular rectangle, I call it distraction. Now, friends, does it make sense? You are simply distracted in some form or the other if you're not able to realize or convert your potential into performance. Simple yet powerful. Now, what could this distraction be? This distraction could be a lack of self confidence. This distraction could be a lack of self worth. This distraction could be a challenge because of ill health. This could be a challenge in relationships. This could be because of a problem with finances. This could be because of addiction, or this could be simply because of a fear of failure. Now, how do we understand this? Distraction eats a portion of our potential and reflects in our performance. So, needless to say, we have got to reduce this distraction to a minimum level. So, let's put it mathematically. So, assuming that you have got a potential of 100, all of us have, and if you are performing at 100, it means to say that the distraction is zero. Now, this could be a perfect human being, I do understand. So let's say that you do want to have a little bit of fun, you do want to play, you do want to get yourself a little bit distracted or re energized. I understand. But not to this kind of an equation that if you have got 100% of potential and your performance is 50, it means to say half the time you're distracted. This is unacceptable because you're not utilizing more than 50% of, in fact, 50% of your potential. Winnie says, when we don't have a mentor and encouraging structure, we don't move forward to our potential. Yes, We need to lean on somebody so that somebody could lift us. And that's the reason why it's so very important to have a personal coach, a mentor, who not only equips you, who not only encourages you, but also empowers you by showing you your potential. Ask yourself this question today. So if you're not performing and assuming, no, not assuming, you have potential and that's a truth. It's not a fact, it's a truth. Check your distraction. Check where is your focus going. And wherever your focus goes, there your energy is bound to flow. So, as I said, potential is not written on your forehead, it's not tattooed on your back. But we are all human beings, and the mystery of human beings is that we are not single dimensional creatures. We are multiple dimension creatures. In that, I want to say is that we are spiritual beings given a physical body with something called the mind or the intellect in between. We are spirit beings in a physical body, given something called a mind or an intellect. Now, as you can see, the spirit is not seen, the mind is not seen. The only thing that you can see is the physical aspect of your being. And that's something that I would like to tell you is that please don't judge anybody on the basis of what you see, because in essence you're only seeing 1/3 of the complete being. All sacred books, all holy books talk about do not judge. Do not judge on the basis of what you see. Behavior is at the front end. Attitudes and thought process, thinking is behind. So, if the spirit is not seen, the mind is not seen, it's only the physical body that is seen. And that's the reason why you will find out that potential is not seen. It has to be discovered, it has to be found. And if you want that potential to be converted into performance, you have to understand using the relationship that we just saw before about distraction. The distraction will only come through your mind. Your mind is a creative, a divine source, a divine center of creativity. Guard your mind. Distraction will only come through your mind. And there, the importance of mindset comes into being. I repeat, you have got unlimited potential. You're not able to take or convert that unlimited potential into performance because of a limited mindset. Sanjayo says, today I share the potential of coffee beans to 30 leaders of Bandung Islamic University, like what you said about potential of peanuts. Wonderful. So think about it. We all have potential. We are all more than a peanut. So what happens is that if you have your mind functioning normally, you can tap into your potential, and that potential is converted to performance by overcoming distractions. Use your mind. Thinking is the highest capability of a human being. And as a man thinketh, so is he. You can change your circumstances, you can change your results if only you apply your mind to touch the spirit of potential and then convert it into physical. In fact, if you look at it from a faith point of view, this is what faith is. This is what miracles is talking about. You touch the spirit world, and the spirit world then changes the physical world. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Put your faith into action. Your life is an endless web of possibilities. Think about it. Just like a seed, you too have immense potential.
dream is too big, no challenge is too great. A lot of times people don't recognize what is placed within them for the simple reason that at first it seems subtle. The gift in a person may not be evident in the beginning. It starts out in a seed form, and just like planting a seed and tending to it will help it grow and develop fruit, when you tend to the seeds inside of you, they will begin to produce. Explore your true potential and unleash it for the world to see.
That was a short video I created yesterday with my own voice. I hope you liked it. So, in summarizing, friends, I just want to encourage you. You are more than a peanut. Your life has the potential to fulfill your purpose. If, however, you imprison that potential, you rob your life of its purpose and thus you remain unfulfilled. Friends, we have a responsibility to use what God stored in us, the gift. It is for the good of the world. We dare not leave this planet with it. So please don't add to the wealth of the graveyard. There are hundreds and thousands and even millions of people lying beneath the surface where they have taken their dreams, their aspirations, their creativity, their songs, their poems, and they lie there dormant. It is your responsibility to tap into your potential and convert it into performance. You owe it to the next generation to live courageously so the treasure of your potential is unleashed. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. There you will find this video and the previous 11 videos, and of course, many other videos on my YouTube channel. Remember, friends, the win is always within you. I believe in you, and together we can. So, stay safe and see you on the next episode of Tea Time with Owen. And for all those who joined on the call, I say thank you. Thank you for being with me on this call. And I look forward to serving you in the next episodes as well. Take care and bye for now.